This video is presented by Sailrite. Sailrite proudly introduces the Sailrite Edge Hotknife package. This is a complete package. It comes with the carrying case, the hot knife, the cutting foot, and the R blade. This video will show you how to install and use the R blade and the R blade with the special cutting foot. The Sailrite Edge Hotknife is a complete package, so you're ready to go with just a single purchase. Let's get started to show you how to use it. We're going to start by demonstrating how the R blade works alone in the Sailrite Edge Hotknife. First, loosen the blade lock screws using the provided Allen hex key. Push the blade all the way up into position and then use that Allen hex key provided to lock it into position. After tightening each screw, you're ready to use the Sailrite Edge Hotknife with the R blade installed. The length of the power cord is 9.5 feet. That's super long. To demonstrate the R blade without the cutting foot that is also provided, we're going to push a piece of glass into position and cut on top of that. This trigger-operated hot knife heats up in only a few seconds, and notice that it's cutting through this Surelast material beautifully. If synthetic fabrics are cut with scissors, typically the edge will unravel. Using a hot knife will prevent this from ever happening. Watch as Deb holds the blade. It's cool, and it only takes a few seconds to heat up. Here you can see us cutting some polyester braided rope with the Sailrite Edge Hotknife. That's less than 7 seconds and the rope is cut. Now we're going to cut some webbing. This is a heavy-duty nylon webbing. Cuts right through this webbing just like the rope, and it also seals the edge to keep it from unraveling. Now let's fold up this umbrella marine grade fabric 3 times to equal 4 layers and cut through all 4 layers with the Sailrite Edge Hotknife. We'll roughly cut a round circle going through 4 layers of a marine grade umbrella canvas. If you have multiple patterns that are exactly the same shape, you can stack them up on top of each other, use the Sailrite Edge Hotknife to cut them out, and the end result will be a pattern that's exactly the same no matter how many layers you have. Now we have 4 duplicate circles. The edges are heat sealed, so you do have to pry apart the layers. This hot knife is commonly used in sail lofts. Here you can see us melting the edge of this clew corner in this sail, and that will help to prevent that edge from ever unraveling. Many of our customers ask how Fibertex fabric will cut with the hot knife, and here you can see us cutting a Fibertex Plus material. Cuts beautifully and the edge is sealed. Next, we'll be demonstrating the Sailrite Edge Hotknife with the R blade and the cutting foot installed. First, we'll show you how to install it. Loosen the blade lock screws with the provided Allen hex key. This will allow you to move the R blade in and out. Now insert the cutting foot under the bottom blade lock screw. Position the foot so that the blade is centered halfway down the opening, creating a scissor-like shape. The cutting blade should not touch the cutting foot on any side. Use the provided black hex screws as seen here in the video and screw into the side of the hot knife as shown. Since the bottom blade lock screw no longer contacts the R blade post, you can use these black hex screws to reposition the R blade and to firmly lock it into position. You may reposition the cutting foot or the R blade to ensure that the cutting foot is not touching the blade itself. We're going to use the Sailrite Edge Hotknife with the R blade and the cutting foot to cut this Surelast fabric. We are working directly on top of the tabletop. There is no glass to protect the surface, and because we're using the cutting foot, we do not have to worry about damaging any kind of tabletop surface. The simplistic design of the cutting foot that comes standard with the Sailrite Edge Hotknife package is one of the best we've seen. It outperforms almost any cutting foot that we've ever used. In our Sailrite loft, we're using this cutting foot on a regular basis, and our loft personnel highly recommend using this new cutting foot with the Sailrite Edge Hotknife package for almost any application. You'll notice that all throughout this video we are not holding down the trigger continuously. That can warp the blade. If fabric residue builds up on the blade and the cutting foot, you can use the provided wire brush to clean the cutting foot and the blade. The wire hook on the end of the hot knife can also be very handy. The foam padded plastic carrying case is a great way to store the Sailrite Edge Hotknife and take it to the next job. Order the Sailrite Edge Hotknife package from Sailrite today, available in 110-volt version or 220 version. It's your loyal patronage to Sailrite that makes these free videos possible. Thanks for your support.